I'm going to tell you about my exchange experience at King University. At the end of August, my roommate and I were on a flight to the US. At this time, I was excited and nervous. We docked for 12 hours in the colorful Tokyo and arrived in the US shortly thereafter. My first impression after coming to the US was that it was a place with great natural beauty. Clean air and wild deer can be seen at school. You can take great pictures if you are attentive, sometimes without even realizing it. Just a few weeks in, there were numerous discomforts. For example, the dormitory is older than one in Wenzhou, and the various American flavors in the dining hall and cafeteria are really not my type. Then I began to be autistic, locking myself up in my dorm room, playing games and watching movies when I was free, except for studying. And I watched a lot of good movies that made sense. For example, Taxi Driver, Cinderella Man, Rush, Warrior, and so on. When I'm hungry, I order takeout as a meal, and the food at China Star, a nearby Chinese restaurant, can only be described as poor and not authentically Chinese food. I found this state of life too depressing, so I started to change myself and stepped out my comfort zone. One of the first things I did was to cut off my hair, and then took my first train ride to go out for hot pot with my friends. The taste reminded me of the flavors of my homeland. It's not just a hot pot, it's more like a bridge that connects me to my country, bringing up many warm memories. Then I went to my friend's house to help cook, and we made a very authentic Chinese stir-fry together. It's an experience that made me realize that you don't need too many complicated skills to make a good dish. For the following weekend, my friend and I went to the American Dream Mall, where we ate Jollibee, the best fried chicken I think I've ever had in the US, and bought a new bag for myself. In order to maintain a good and healthy physical condition, I started working out again. And from time to time, I would go to the school's gym and exercise with my friends after school every day during the weekdays. The students there and the friends there are very friendly and always be happy to talk with me. Highly recommended by my roommate. He and I went to the Barclays Center to see the Brooklyn Nets play, and it was a great game, and I'm sure I will go to more basketball games in the future with my friends if I get the chance. After that, I went to New York several times. I went to the buyers' stores selling my favorite brands, took cool outfit photos, experienced the street culture of New York, reached the top of the Empire State Building overlooking the city at night, and visited Central Park and the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Living and studying in the United States may initially feel like a culture shock. The American lifestyle, education system, and daily life are very different from those in China. Adapting to these differences takes time and patience. Over time, I began to adapt to the American way of life and found myself finding my place here. This adaptation process is an important part of exchange life. Being away from home and living alone in a new country pushes me to learn more about myself. This process of self-discovery is invaluable and can help me to grow into a more independent and mature person. While in the United States, there may be moments when I miss my family and friends. This is a natural emotion for me, but it's also part of the growing process. Everyone's experience is unique, but overall, the experience of being an exchange student will be a valuable time of challenge, learning, and growth. As my exchange experience comes to a close, I would like to say that American experience has been full of learning and growth, whether it be language skills, cultural understanding, or personal maturity. These have been invaluable assets to me, and I will cherish all that I have gained during this time. Thanks to those who helped me and supported me during my exchange, whether it was my family, my friends, or mentors. Their support was vital to my success. This experience may have changed the way I see the world. I will continue to keep an open and curious mind and be positive about the possibilities that lie ahead.